name's Jason Collar, and I'm going to do my best to show you how to start from scratch, you know nothing at all, to playing a worship song on every instrument. And we're going to do a great song, John Mark McMillan's How He Loves, and you'll learn to play that on the drums, on the bass, on the guitar, on the keyboard, on the piano, and all of the above. And we're going to try to do it in less than 5 minutes on each instrument. So let's go! All right, here we are at our first guitar. It's an electric guitar, but it's going to make an acoustic guitar sound. And so if I were going to sing this song with a group of people and I only had one instrument, I would pick this, an acoustic guitar or an electric guitar, just to start out. So at every instrument, we're going to ask ourselves the questions: what note should I play? When should I play them? And then how loud should we play it? What, when, how loud? All right, what note? Well, this song, one of the reasons I picked it is because it's really simple. It has 4 chords: C, A, G, F. To be more precise, C, A minor, G, and F. But we're going to start with just single notes, so it doesn't really matter. So the C is, if you see a guitar in standard tuning, you got it tuned up normal, E, A, D, G, B, E, just like a guitar normally would be tuned. And if you don't know how to do that, you can have somebody help you with that. This second string here in the 1, 2, 3, the 3rd fret is a C note. So that's your first note. So you're going to wrap your hand around here, put your finger right there, pluck it with either your finger or with a pick, and play that C note. And then you're going to play an A. Well, there's several different ways you can play an A. I'm going to recommend right now that you play this one right here. So on the next string, the fattest string, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, the 5th fret or the 2nd dot. Mine's got dots here, so a lot of guitars have those same dots. So the 2nd dot or the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th fret, there's your A, that's your 2nd note. So you're going to have this one, C, and then this one. And go ahead and grab your guitar and play along. All right, and then we're going to move to the G, which is the next dot. It's the 3rd fret, right above where the C was. And then you're going to play the last chord is the F. And you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 on each one. So here's what you're going to do: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you switch to the A, 2, 3, 4, and switch to the G, 2, 3, 4, and then switch to the F, 2, 3, 4, and then back to the C. And here we go. We'll try singing along. He is jealous for me, love's like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3. And just as simple as that, you play those same notes 4 times on each one in the same rhythm, the same order, and that's how you play the whole song. And so we know what notes to play, and we know when to play them 4 times on each in a real steady rhythm. And so the next question is how? Well, how can we make it louder or softer? Well, one way you can make it louder and softer to give it some energy and then to kind of back off at different parts of the song. Well, one way you could do is just play louder. 2, 3, 4. Or underneath, there's what we call triplets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's triplet 8th notes. So you go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, A, 2, 3. And that way you can make it bum, 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 bum. A little bit louder because it's a little bit busier. Bum, 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 bum. So if you want to try to bring some dynamics, is the fancy word for it, but the different loudness, make it louder and softer, then you could just play single notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, all the way to 1, 2, 3, 4, see how that works? There's the whole song. I'll kind of show you at the end how to put it all together. Next instrument. Hey, once again, we're going really fast. The idea is to learn how to play this song on all the instruments as quick as we can. So we're going to know which notes, and then how long to hold each note, and then how loud to play it, and how to play it at different volumes, and how to make it move and kind of change throughout the song so it doesn't get boring. So the song we're doing is How He Loves, and there are 4 chords, C, A, G, and F. So if you look at any piano or keyboard, you're going to have 2 black keys and then 3 black keys. 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. And if you could put it on a nice, soft, kind of flowing, oozing sound, kind of a pad. In this case, it's 90 on a Korg X5D, but every keyboard's going to have different numbers. So keep kind of punching through the numbers till you find a sound that's kind of like this, kind of an oozy sound. And in this case, it's called the Abyss. But so the white key right before the 2 black keys is your C. I've got a little marked here with a little C. And then if you go down to A, B, C, so C, B, A, and then G, and then F. So you're going to do this one right here, the one right before the 2 black keys. And then you're going to skip this one and go down to the A, and then do the one right below it, the white key, the G, and the one right below that, that's the F. And you're going to hold each one for a count of 4. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then A, 2, 3, 4, and then G, 2, 3, 4. One more, F, 2, 3, 4. He loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. 3, 4, C, 2. All right, so we've talked about which notes. We've talked about when to play them. And now we're going to talk about how loud. Well, you can just play louder, which definitely works, and play quieter on the verses and louder on the chorus. Or you can go up. He loves us. Oh, how he loves us. And play it in the next octave is what we call it. So if you go all the way up to the next white key before the 2 black keys, you got that same thing. See us. Oh, how to A, he loves us. And on some sounds, you may even be able to loves us. Oh, kind of keep pressing it like that. On this sound, it's probably better just to hold and go softly and then play it louder and up a little bit higher. Higher gives a little bit more energy. And so, yeah, there you go. C, A, G, F. Now, if you want to get fancy, we'll get just a little bit more advanced. You can play all the white keys, every other key, and you can play a full chord. He loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves us. Oh, how he loves. That's only if you've got some previous keyboard experience. Otherwise, it'll sound just fine just to do one note at a time. It really fills things up. Oftentimes, I'll tell my keyboard players, play less. Play just a couple notes. It sounds better that way. All right, off to the next instrument. All right, so here we are now at the drums. So I've got here a metronome. If you can do a metronome, it's a great idea, definitely as a drummer, to keep you on time. A drummer doesn't have to do quite as much what notes, but you do have what drums. So we're going to learn that. And what I do is I've got this Beat Lab here, just a regular old metronome, set to 50 beats per minute. And then I've got the triplets turned up, so it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 49 or 50 beats per minute with triplets underneath. And so here's how it works. You take your right hand and you put it on this thing on the left-hand side called the hi-hat, and you put your foot down all the way on that to lock it up into place so it's nice and quiet. And I'm using roots here, but you could use sticks or you could use whatever you have. As long as you're hitting it with something. You can use your fingers if you want. So, and here's what we're going to do. Your right hand is your metronome, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, on the 1, 2, 3, on the 1, you're going to do a kick. So that's here down here on the pedal. You're going to press that with your foot, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to do snare, 5, 6. So count 2, 3, snare, 5, 6. Count 2, 3, snare, 2, 3. Count 2, 3, snare. Count 2, 3, snare. Right? 6/8 song, so it's a little bit different than a typical 4/4, but you can learn this. Count 2, 3, snare, 2, 3. Start out really, really slow. 2, 3, snare, 2, 3. Count 2, 3, snare, 2, 3. I'm sure you can do this. All right, and then you put on your metronome, and you play along with it. Count 2, 3, snare. Count 2, 3, snare. He is jealous for me. Love's like a hurricane. I am a tree, bending beneath the weight of his weight and mercy. All right, so you want to make it louder? All you have to do is lift up this foot so it's not quite touching, and then all of a sudden it's louder. Lift it up way like that, or just a little bit. Or you can even take this right hand and move it over here to the right or to the crash, one of the other cymbals. Or if you want to do something a little bit different, you can play the tom. Just as simple as that. Kick 2, 3, snare 2, 3. That's all you got to remember. And you can play this song. All right, next instrument. All right, next instrument, we're going to add bass. All right, the good thing is, if you remember the guitar part, it's the same thing. It's just on an instrument with only 4 strings, and it's a lot lower. So we're going to do the same thing as we just did on the guitar. We're going to take that first note is a C, so it's on the second string, second fattest string from the top here. And you're going to go first, second, third fret. And does this one have the dots? Yep, it does. So on that first dot there, there's your C note. So with this hand, you kind of pluck the string, just kind of rub over it with your finger, just like that. And with this hand, you press down on that one string in that fret, that third fret. These are called frets here. And here we go. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we move to the A, which is on the fattest string, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret. A, 2, 3, 4, and then you play the G, 2, which is the 3rd fret, and then the very first fret, 2, 3, 4, and then back, C is jealous for me, 4, love's like a hurricane, I am a tree, bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. He loves us, he loves us, oh how he loves. See, I'm adding just more notes, bum, 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 1, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, oh how to F, F, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, F, 2, 3, back to C, and C, 2, 3, C, 2. And it's the same pattern, C, A, G, F, the whole song long. There we go. Since you learned on guitar already, you're ready to rock and roll on the bass. So we've got guitar, we've got keyboard, we've got drums, we've got bass. All right, 2 more instruments, piano, electric guitar, and away we go.